And I would just like to say, you look good up there, man. Yes, it
Thanks.
has Adam Gold's name beside your face, which is a little strange, but you look good up there, Joshua Graham.
I'd say I look good. Okay.
You look
Thanks,
good.
Dot. So, in the spirit of inclusivity, we're going to play a game that we used to play when we did an Instagram live show that we play every week in the Triad. It's slowly taking over the world, and we're going to do that state by state, starting with the state of North Carolina as a whole today. It is called Grammar School, and I think we got to get some music queued up in here. Dennis Cox got that. Explain the rules to Grammar School to the uninitiated.
All right, it's very simple. I am highly educated and skilled in the urban vernacular.
Yeah.
If you could not tell. One of my favorite artists is 2 Chainz. That's neither here nor there. Joshua Graham is in an environment a lot of times where the urban vernacular is spoken, and sometimes he is a fish out of water.
I'm very caucastic. Very caucastic, the way to put it.
Very caucastic. Very caucastic. So my job or my goal is to just strengthen Josh's and anyone else who is urban vernacular, has an urban vernacular deficiency. My job is to strengthen you in that regard under the umbrella of Grammar School. I have 3 words or phrases here for Josh Graham. If he gets 2 of them correct, he gets a satisfactory grade moving forward. Now, this is season 2. If this is your first time listening, you're late to the show. Okay, this is season 2. And Josh, do you have a caucastic word for me to start off?
Yeah, just something to throw at you, and you never get these wrong. You're a lot better at this game in reverse than I am, which is probably the fun of the segment. All you got to do today is tell me one member of NSYNC.
Oh, Justin Timberlake.
Ah! You got it right. See, he's
Josh,
really good at this.
Now listen, if you would have said one member other than Justin Timberlake, I'd have been dead in the water.
Yeah, I don't think Joey Fatone or Lance Bass is coming out of your mouth. If I said Backstreet Boys, would you be able to do that?
None
Dang
of them.
it.
98 Degrees. None of that foolish. I would have given you nothing.
See,
No.
I was an NSYNC guy versus the Backstreet Boys. So you started things off on the right foot. I am not confident I'm going to be as lucky.
Josh, I've got faith in you today. And today's episode of Grammar School is all about basketball. Okay, we're all watching these NBA playoffs together. And you may be in a bar, you may be sitting and hearing people say things. I need to make sure we're all on the same page. So first, what is selling or sold? And I will use it in a sentence. You may hear someone watching the game and says, "Oh man, he's selling." Or, "Oh man, he's sold." What is selling or sold?
And I got a lifeline, which is Dennis Cox here.
Yep.
And a good sign that I don't know what the answer is would be me giving out the phone number of 919-860-5326. But I think I know this one. It means if somebody is embellishing something. For example, if somebody flops in the paint the way that Duke Blue Devils do from a lot of the people you hang out with, Carolina fans say, "Oh, he's selling that. Steve Wojciechowski, he's selling that." That's what I think sold or selling means, is that you're embellishing something.
That is 100% incorrect, Josh Graham.
Come on.
Yeah. Selling means to choke.
Oh.
Like, especially in video games or something. Like last night, D'Angelo Russell was selling. Like, he had 11 points. He was selling. He sold last night. Like, what are you doing, D'Angelo Russell? You're out here selling.
I should have known that.
Yep.
All right, what's the next one?
Second, what does it mean to be on one?
Oh, on one. I hear this all the time.
To be on one. Now, remember, we're talking about basketball.
On one. Like Devin Booker was on one in the first half before he got hurt with the hamstring. I think I'm using it correctly. I'm not going to go to the lifeline. I'm going to say it's like you're red hot, like you are on one.
Listen here, Josh Graham, you are 100% correct, good brother.
Yeah.
And you know what? I love the analogy because Devin Booker was definitely on one until he sold with the hammy. You see what I did there?
Oh, come on. It's not his fault that the hamstring went.
Hey, his body broke down on him, Josh. His body broke down
So
on him.
his body sold.
His body sold.
Not Devin Booker. His body sold.
Well, he's the owner of the body, so therefore Devin Booker sold. But that's neither here
You
nor
wouldn't
there.
say Greg Oden sold his NBA career. You'd say his body sold him.
Absolutely. Greg Oden sold. He's super sold.
Okay.
Super sold. Here you go, Josh Graham, to get a satisfactory grade. And first, before we get to this last one, I meant to do this at the top of the show.
Okay.
Last week, because I need to make sure you're retaining this information.
Oh, no.
Last week, this is very important.
Okay, let me just tell the story. I know where you're headed here. So you told me I needed to work something that we talked about on the show into my everyday environment. And what I learned going into Easter weekend was that you would start, if you were particularly around black women at church or just, around like Easter dinner or something like that, Easter lunch, you would say, God is good, and you'd get the response of...
No, you tell me the response. That's the question.
All the time.
All the time. And then all the time...
God is good.
There we go, Josh
I
Graham.
almost did this. I was sitting in Winston-Salem. I was having a post-Easter lunch, and I saw a Wake football player's family all sitting there, and I was with Sarah Bradford. I almost got up and just said out loud, sometimes you just got to say, God is good.
And they would have said all the time.
And all the time, God is good. But I cowered out. I didn't do it.
Oh.
I know.
All right.
This is for a passing grade.
Passing grade right here, Joshua Graham. Carrying.
Oh.
What does that term mean? Carrying. If someone is carrying, what does that mean? And we're talking about basketball, and I will let you know this is a bit of a trick question because it's not when AI used to do this.
I got you.
I'm not talking about. That's not.
Are
what
you
I'm
talking about in the context of carrying a team?
Ooh, maybe. That could be the context. The question is, if someone is carrying or getting carried, what does that mean, Josh?
Whoa. Well, it seems like those are two different things. Like one is a negative. One seems like a pejorative that you're being carried, and the other seems like a positive that you're carrying something.
Well, see, the thing is, the term that we're looking at is carrying. Now, whether you're being carried or whether you're carrying, it's all in how you deliver it. What I'm asking you is, what is carrying?
I'm 1-9-860-5326. I'm going to use Dennis Cox as my lifeline just to bounce ideas off of because there's a lot of stakes. There are stakes attached to this last one here. What are you thinking, Dennis?
All right, the way it's coming across is I'm going to say that carrying in terms of they are carrying the majority of the weight is that they are doing more than what's being asked.
Right, which means if you're being carried, you're not doing enough.
You're slacking, yeah.
That's right. Okay, that's what I was thinking too. And after hearing that, I'm gonna go with what Dennis just said there.
All right, I'm gonna allow a bit of that, but I need you to let me know how that relates to basketball, Josh.
Okay, so Devin Booker was carrying the Suns in the first half.
Give him a bell. Congratulations, Josh Graham.
Let's go.
Last night, B.I. carried the Pelicans, carried them. Jimmy Buckets carried the Heat. You understand how this goes?
I understand.
You did good today, Josh Graham.
Yeah. I don't remember the last time I passed in this game.
Hey, look at that. But when you go statewide, look how you do, baby. You deliver.
I was sweating this segment for the last couple of days because I thought there was a chance. I think you were scaring me with this, that we were going to go all 420 edition.
Hey, I think I carried Josh Graham through that last answer, by the way.
Yeah.
You absolutely did.
He did.
Now, see, the thing is, if it was his former producer, Robbie would have sold.
There you go. And that's been Grammar School.